What's up everybody, welcome back to Idiot-Proof Cooking. Today I'm going to be making mac and cheese, but not that crap that you buy in a box that comes with powdered cheese. Was that offside? That might have been offside, but I really can't stand that stuff. I know a lot of people do like it, but I can't stand it. So anyways, I'm going to be making homemade mac and cheese, but I'm going to load it up with jalapenos and bacon, because when was the last time bacon's ever ruined anything? Without any further ado, let's get into it and I'll show you how to make this. So you'll want to start by seasoning the water you'll be boiling your macaroni in. Drop in a few generous pinches of kosher salt, which will greatly improve the flavor of the macaroni when it's done. Drop in your whole box of macaroni and give it a quick stir once it hits the water. Otherwise, when the water starts to boil, it'll stick to the bottom, and you want to avoid that. Up next is throw the bacon into the frying pan and start stirring it around. I used a whole pack of thick cut bacon and I diced it up into small strips like you see here. The good thing about making homemade mac and cheese is there is a bit of prep work up front, but once you get it going, it all comes together really quickly at the end. So the second ingredient in my mac and cheese is the diced up jalapenos. I've taken the seeds out to cut down on the spiciness a little bit. Cook the macaroni until it's al dente, then take it off the heat, strain it, and drop it into another frying pan or a cast iron skillet like I have, or a baking sheet, something that you can throw in the oven to bake afterwards. Give the bacon a quick stir. It's starting to look really good. Once the bacon's cooked to your satisfaction, kill the heat and drain the bacon grease from the pan. You don't want that going into the mac and cheese. Speaking of cheese, let's make the cheese sauce, which starts by making a roux. Get 3 tablespoons of butter and melt it over a medium heat in a saucepan. Then add in 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. What you'll want to do is continuously whisk this for about a minute to a minute and a half until the raw flour flavor cooks off. After whisking for a minute or two, add in a dash of whole milk and continuously whisk that in. You'll see that it clumps up pretty quickly, which is fine. That's going to happen. You'll want to ultimately add in 2 cups of whole milk. So do that over a couple of pours, continuously whisking the mixture over a medium heat, and you'll want to do that for about 4 to 5 minutes until it starts to thicken up. After it's cooked for a bit, add in a pinch of kosher salt and a couple of twists of freshly ground black pepper. Stir in the salt and pepper for a couple of seconds and then get ready to add in your cheese. Now you can use whatever cheese you want. I ended up using a medium cheddar, something that'll melt really well but still has a relatively strong flavor. Now what you'll want to do is add in 2 to 2.5 cups of shredded cheese and mix it in with the roux until it's nice and melted. Keep stirring the cheese sauce until it's good and combined, and oh, look at that cheese stretch. That is just beautiful looking. Well, once that's done, kill the heat and get ready to add in your bacon and jalapenos in with the macaroni. Like I said earlier, there's a bit of prep work up front, but once you get the ball rolling, everything comes together really quickly. So drop your bacon and jalapenos in, stir them in, and then drop the cheese sauce in. Oh, look at that gorgeous, gorgeous cheese sauce. It is going to be fantastic. So mix that in with everything, and then add another layer of cheese on top. Now again, you can use whatever cheese you'd like here. You don't have to use the same cheese that you made the sauce with. I am, however, going to be doing so. I'll use more of that shredded medium cheddar that I was using. So add a generous layer on top and then preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake this for about 15 to 20 minutes. It's not only going to melt the cheese in along the noodles, but it'll also leave a nice crispy layer on top. After 15 minutes in the oven, mine came out looking like that. And let me tell you, not only does it look gorgeous, but it just smells so delicious. Oh, and there's Rose trying to sneak a piece of it. She's always very interested in what I'm cooking. So let's go in for a quick taste test. Now this is piping hot. I do recommend waiting for it to cool down a bit. Don't be like me and bite into it right away, because I burned the roof of my mouth pretty badly here. But it was fantastic. Just the mix of flavors with the jalapenos and the bacon and the incredible cheesiness of it. It was absolutely delicious, even with me burning the roof of my mouth. This was really good, way better than the box stuff. I know a lot of people like it, and I said in the intro, it's not for me. I can't stand that stuff, and I stand by that. I would much rather put in the little bit of effort it takes to make this, because the payoff for this stuff compared to the 10-minute box of mac and cheese you can make, this stuff is way better. I highly recommend you try making this. This really was idiot-proof. It was very simple to make, a little bit of prep work up front, but it paid off in the end, and it comes together very quickly. But that's the end of the episode, like always. I hope you like what you saw here today. If you did, drop me a comment, like the video, or subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching Idiot-Proof Cooking. We'll see you again soon.